Hey guys, Scissornetic here, bringing you another Battlespot Doubles episode. Today, I'll be battling with a team of Alolan Marowak, Porygon 2, Empoleon, Parasect, Staraptor, and Como. Be sure to stick till the end so I can explain some movesets later. Anyways, let's just hop right into the battle. Today, in this battle, I'll be starting off with the Porygon 2 and Marowak, while my opponent starts off with the Rayquaza and Dawnwing's Necrozma. Okay, so as you can see, my opponent is packing two very powerful legendaries. So this one was a bit more tough than usual just because of how OP these legendaries were. However, Marowak still comes in clutch because of how powerful it is with the Thick Club. Yeah, that's what it was. So as you can see, Porygon 2 traces the Prism armor for Necrozma, which is pretty good. So super effective moves don't do as much, and that way my Porygon can tank more. So just starting right off, my opponent Mega Evolves the Rayquaza, and I think turns Necrozma into Ultra Necrozma. Yeah, so these are the two most OP Pokemon here, and you can still see how much damage Marowak does to them. Yeah, so I use Protect on Marowak just to keep it safe the first turn. So my setup here is I use Trick Room on Porygon 2, such that my Porygon 2 and Marowak always go first. Porygon is more like a stall Pokemon, and then Marowak does some really heavy hitting. Yeah. So now the Trick Room is set up. Now I think I plan to go for Shadow Bone on Necrozma to take it out in one shot. Necrozma has such high stats and everything, yet Marowak still takes it out with one hit for Shadow Bone. That shows you how powerful Marowak really is. Yeah, so I go for Ice Beam on Rayquaza, but the winds do take it out a little bit. But that did pretty good. Oh, and of course I got the freeze hacks. You get that once in a while. Okay, so now my opponent sends out the Mimikyu. Oh yeah, so Toad and Mimikyu. I think, yeah, I should have gone for the double target into Mimikyu, just because of the disguise ability. But I kind of messed up there, so I went for the Toxic instead. Oh no, I went for the Ice Beam, my bad. Yeah, see, I did a smart play there. By double targeting the Mimikyu, I can actually do some damage after the disguise ability. And since the Rayquaza's frozen, didn't really matter that turn. But yeah, now it does Dragon Descent, I believe, onto my Porygon 2. And I can tank it really well because of the Eviolite. The Eviolite, what it does is it boosts your special defense and defense stat if you're not a fully evolved Pokemon. Okay, so now I go for the Shadow Bone onto the Mega Rayquaza, taking it out. I really should have gone for the Mimikyu because I guess it was more of a threat because Mega Rayquaza didn't really pose any danger to my team just because how OP Marowak is. Okay, so now I go for the Toxic on the Mimikyu to slowly wear it down. So it goes for the Shadow Claw on Marowak, which doesn't do much, but did a good amount. So on my Marowak, I have a Brave Nature, which is plus attack minus speed, so I'm faster in Trick Room. Okay, so now I go for the Stomping Tantrum, because Incineroar would actually take me out with anything. Oh, as you can see, the Incineroar does not have the Intimidate ability, so I'm guessing my opponent doesn't really play competitive Pokemon as much. Okay, so they go for the Darkest Lariat onto my Marowak, I think. Yeah, I'm taking it out, which is kind of overkill, but what can I say? Yeah, so now I bring in my Staraptor. So the Mimikyu goes for its own Toxic onto my Porygon 2, trying to wear it down as well. But Porygon 2 has Recover, so it won't be as effective. Incineroar and Mimikyu is a really common team together, just because of how cooperative they work. Okay, so now I bring in my Staraptor to intimidate both of them, and since both of them are physical attackers, this should hurt them a lot. Excuse me. So my Choice Scarf Staraptor uses Brave Bird onto Mimikyu and takes it out. Yeah, it is a Choice Scarf Final Gambit as well. It's max HP and max speed, so I can get the most off of Final Gambit. So for those of you who don't know, Final Gambit is a move that the more HP you have, the more damage it does. So that's why EV train in HP to get the most out of it. Yeah, so all my opponent has left is an Incineroar. And so now I just use Choice Scarf Braver to take it out. Yeah, and that's the end of the first battle. Okay, so yeah, after this, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so that was the first one. Now the next one is against... Yeah, so the next one is against Delta. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, I start off with the Empoleon and Parasect. My opponent starts with Oranguru and Landorus. Landorus T is a very prominent threat in the OU and in the video game meta, but right now this Landorus actually got got swept. I believe so. On this, the idea behind the Empoleon and Parasect is that Parasect is a dry skin Pokemon and Empoleon is Surf. Right now I think this Pokemon might have had choice specs at the time because this battle was taken a while ago. Now it has the Rocky Helmet and it has Stealth Rocks, Roar, Surf, and I think Flash Cannon, but I don't remember exactly. So every time I would use Surf, it would actually heal my Parasect. This Oranguru goes for Trick Room, not knowing that my team is a Trick Room team. He thinks that I'm just some standard troll team, but I guess this team is more viable in the VGC than my other teams, but it's fine anyways. So yeah, I accidentally break Sleep Cause right here by going Spore on a Pokemon, but to be fair, I didn't really pay attention to Smogon rules when I took this battle. Okay, so Dry Skin, the Surf doesn't do anything. When I was thinking of Dry Skin Pokemon, I was thinking which one would be the most underused, and I found Parasect. And Parasect actually has a really good niche because it can attract both opponents using Rage Powder like Amoonguss, and can use Spore, and it has Dry Skin. So I can use any water type moves and it won't do anything. Okay, so I go for the knockoff onto the Oranguru, and I don't think it was holding any item. I might be wrong, but... Oh, okay, so yeah, I did have the Rocky Helmet on this at this time. So I use Flash Cannon onto Aromatisse and take it out. So right now this Trick Room is actually helping me a lot. And now it's gonna hurt the Landers. Okay, it goes for the Intimidate onto my Pokemon, but that doesn't really matter. Oh, I guess only for Parasect, but it's more of a tank than it is a offensive Pokemon. Okay, so Parasect tries to go for Spore onto Landers, but protects. And then I use Surf onto any other Pokemon. Yeah, and it hits the Oranguru because it's immune to my Parasect and protect Landorus. And I take it, almost take it out. Yeah. And now Oranguru goes for Foul Play onto my Parasect and does almost nothing. Yeah, and since I have the leftovers, it heals up most of the damage taken. So my opponent switches out the Oranguru into Aegislash, shiny Aegislash, which looks pretty cool. Oh, and if you guys want a shiny hunt, a live stream, just comment down below what you want to see, and I might be able to do it. Yeah, so the Surf now heals my Parasect's HP, not by much, just as amount needed. And I use Surf onto both opponents, almost taking out the Landers and doing some damage to the Aegislash. Now my opponent uses the Groundium Z on Landorus onto my... I believe it's Empoleon. Yeah, that would be more sensible. Honestly, I don't really remember this battle. Yeah, so they use it on my Empoleon. They should take it out. I really like how the Gen 4 starters, I really love their designs. Torterra looks pretty cool. Infernape is pretty cool, but I feel it was overused because of the firefighting typing. And Empoleon looked really sick. So I didn't want to go for the Defiant ability here just because I wanted to go for a special attacker, not a physical one. So now I trace the Intimidate from Landorus onto my Porygon 2 and lower the attack stat for both Landers and Aegislash. So now Landorus goes for the Rock Slide, doing some minimal damage to my Parasect and almost none on Porygon 2. So now Aegislash goes for the stance change, meaning that it'll attack now, and goes for the Iron Head onto Parasect, which does more damage. So now I go for Spore onto Aegislash, taking sleeping. So now you know that the Aegislash is in sword form, so his defenses are really bad. So a lot of things can do more damage to him now. Unless if he was in shield form where his offenses are bad. I have a pretty fun set of Aegislash. It's a weakness policy special attacker set. Like you can see most people online use a physical set, but I use a special and mixed set, which is honestly more fun in my opinion. So now the Landorus tries to protect itself, even though it knows it's going to die soon. So I knock off the Oranguru and kill it. And now he's going to bring in the Aegislash again. Yeah, at this time my Porygon had Psyshock instead of Ice Beam. But I figured out that more Pokemon are weak to Ice Beam, like this Landorus and Mega Rayquaza and stuff like that. So I brought in Ice Beam instead. Excuse me. So he brings in Aegislash, which is still asleep. Now Landorus tries to protect. Honestly, I hate when opponents are just protecting to like stall the last turns. It's like super annoying. Just get over with the battle. You know you're gonna lose. Yeah, so he uses weakness policy to increase his attack and stuff. But it's still asleep, so it doesn't really matter. So now I use Psyshock onto Landorus, but that doesn't really work. Yeah, Parasect like recovers HP. Yeah, this battle's going pretty slow right now, but now I knock off the Aegislash. Doesn't do much because there's no item, right? And my attack's been lowered. But he's still asleep, and he's like under half health. So now I Psyshock the Landorus and take it out. Oh, almost take it out. Yeah, my Porygon doesn't really do much damage to anything. Yeah, so Parasect is taking a little bit more HP or damage now. Leftovers is recovering a good amount though. Yeah. So this battle is like, I'm in a pretty good position because I still have my Marowak in the back. And Marowak can literally one-shot anything just because of the Thick Club. So what the Thick Club does is that it doubles the attack stat of a Cubone or Marowak. And yeah, so it turns into, I believe, like the second highest like attack stat of any non-legendary or mega Pokemon, which is pretty good. So I think the highest is Rampardos at this moment. Yeah, and Kartana does count as a legendary. So, or in my opinion, I think that all Ultra Beasts should be considered legendaries, but some people like think differently. I feel like they're too overpowered for the current meta. You see that everybody uses Kartana and stuff. Yeah, and so that's the battle. I don't know why it's frozen there, but yeah, that's it. And for all of you sticking till the end, these are some movesets for my team. So starting with Marowak, it is a Brave Nature, max HP, max attack, and a little bit of defense. It has Shadow Bone, Stopping Tantrum, Flare Blitz, and Protect. The ability is Rock Head, so it doesn't like get any recoil damage, and has the Thick Club. Porygon 2 has the Trace ability, max special defense, max defense, a little bit of HP. The moves are Ice Beam, Toxic, Recover, and Trick Room, holding the Eviolite. Empoleon is a Rocky Helmet, max special attack, max HP, has Surf, Stealth Rocks, Roar, and Flash Cannon. Oh, and it has a Modest nature. Parasect has an Impish nature. It has Leech Life, Spore, Knockoff, and Rage Powder, max HP, max defense. Staraptor's max attack, max speed, or max HP, max attack. Choice Scarf, Jolly Nature. I think it has Brave Bird, Final Gambit, Close Combat in your turn. And Como is max special attack, max speed. Has the Comonium Z. Clanging Scales, Flamethrower, Flash Cannon, Protect. Yeah, and those are the... Oh, it's Modest Nature. Yeah, so those are my team. Or that's my team. Okay, so remember to like and subscribe to this channel and ring the notification bell if you want to get more of this content. And also, comment down below what you want to see more of, Let's Plays, or try to like types of theme teams, or anything what you want to see, and I'll try to do it. Thank you, and Scissornetic out.